Hey coaches, I put together something here that I think could be useful for our team to help solidify their basic understanding of what we're coaching. The idea is that this will be shown on a projector so it can easily be seen by the team. It'll also be very easy to record a video and explain this as well, so it may be passed on to the players on like a YouTube link. These topics for discussion were just the first ones that I thought of. They can easily be expanded or changed to add anything that is important that I didn't add, or to correct anything that I may have gotten wrong. Just some basic stuff here that we should all know, but we might not know. This is our base offense, the pistol wing T. Has all the gaps shown here, so that's something we can go over quickly. It's just an easy to read positioning schematic, so we can go over the gaps. We can say the 3 back, if we're doing a 37 sweep, we can really illustrate that really easily with something like this: 28 sweep, 44 dive, yada yada. In this, I think it's important to emphasize that the 2 back is always going to be on the left side, the 3 back is always going to be on the right side, 4 backs always down here. We should emphasize that these are the wing backs. They're obviously wings. They're wings to the line. And then this will always be our fullback. So when we say, hey, go in at the fullback, you're at the 4. Other things, I think some of the kids here don't understand that the X is the wide receiver. So when they say go in at the X, there's a couple of them that don't know what that means. And also Y is the tight end, as it appears on our playbook here. Yeah, let's see. I think that's all for this one. Same thing, base 425. I'm not 100% sure that I have these exactly correct, but they can be modified easily, strong end, and I don't know that we should really be doing that on JV defense, maybe on the more experienced kids at varsity. And then we get the robber, the joker, the Mike, the Will, cornerbacks, and the safety. This is something I just threw in there because I was just messing around with it, but we did something similar to this in our JV scrimmage because we were getting run on a lot. They had a bunch of extra linemen and tight ends in there. We just moved the robber and the joker down to the line and had them, they were positioned outside the furthest guy here. And then we had some of the bigger players down here. I think Ian was right here, I think Jack was right here, and I think Mikhail was right here. So they were able to take up, easily 3 to 4 guys rushing their gaps. And we were able to slow down the run during that scrimmage. This can be changed too. I'm not sure where exactly we would want to coach these guys to be, but we can move this all around and we can make it look any way we want to. All these individual pieces I can drag the CB to here or wherever else. So this is something Coach Dave briefly said something about this last week. And it's something that I had forgotten from long ago, but I wrote it down. It's something I don't know if we want to explain or not, but we certainly can. I think I got this all right. It would need to be read to make sure it all makes sense. I didn't do any editing or anything like that. I just kind of threw these all together quickly. So definitely something we'd want to look over. But it shows the basics. It tells the basics. In this on PowerPoint, you can embed these videos here. I don't know if I can start it while I'm recording here. Maybe not. But in presentation, if we were to put this on a projector, there would be a play button down here. This one is a coach. It's about a 5-minute video, I believe. He explains gap down blocker. He has a laser pointer, and he points out coverages and whatnot. This is one example here of the defense, and he points it down and he scrolls down. He does some more.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Coach Brown here to discuss the gap down linebacker blocking scheme. It's a very simple scheme where each offensive lineman is responsible for that gap, depending whether it's their right gap or their left gap, depending whether they block down or block out.
Next part. So this slide is our base offense versus our base defense. We can use it to explain blocking assignments against similar defensive looks. Same thing here. We're showing, the offensive gaps here. If we wanted to do the gap down backer technique, we could explain, where the ball is going. If it's a 37 sweep, we can explain that these guys are going to be blocking down. He's blocking into his gap. He's blocking into his gap. He's blocking into his gap, and so on and so forth. Or, we could make another slide where we, remove this guy, and then he has nobody, so he's going up to this second level because there's nobody here and there's nobody down on him, and he'd be going up to here. Yeah, we can do pretty much anything like that. We can present it in any way to make sure they understand the concepts. This slide is another slide that has, it's a similar concept. It's gap over blocker, or gap over backer, I should say. I didn't realize at first that it wasn't exactly the same as what we had been talking about, but nonetheless, it's a good illustration of how we can use quick videos. This is a 2-minute video to help the kids understand what they're doing.
USA Football presents.
Just hit play on that real quick. I'm not
2
going to play
minute
the whole
drill
video.
With me, Andy Riley. We'll talk technique, share practice plans, and show some drills help design.
But something from other perspectives. So if there's any videos that we see that would be helpful, I know I get them from Coach Dave and some text messages sometimes. We can add those
current football development manager here
into
at USA
these
Football.
to illustrate what we're trying to talk about.
This week's 2-minute drill is going to focus on defensive gap responsibility. The first thing we need to be aware of is in most defenses, we refer to the gaps by letter. This is different than offense, as they most often give them a number.
So yeah, once again, I can give you a link to this if you want to, or I can give you the slides. You'll just have to open it in PowerPoint because it's a large file.
The gaps between the guard and tackle,
so it's not
the B gap.
particularly easy to open unless you have
between the tight end and
PowerPoint
tackle,
available for mobile. Then you should
C
be able to
gap.
download it.
And outside.
All right, so this is the mirror of the last slide. This is showing our defense against the offense, and yeah, I think I have it right here, but I'm not the most experienced coach, so we can change it if we need to. It's not only shows the gap responsibilities, but it also splits the field into thirds, so they can easily understand what their coverage is or what their area is for coverage responsibilities. Once again, everything's kind of labeled. We can talk about the A gap, the B gap, the C gap, and all that. We see the tight end is on the left-hand side here, so it's strong left, Louis. So that changes where our assignments are going, and this can easily be quickly changed. Put the tight end on the other side, or we could bunch an extra wing back to the left side or to the right side, and illustrate the concepts on what side is the strong side and how that changes your coverage or your gap assignments. This one here is probably the best angle of pursuit drill I saw. I actually want to run this down. It's going to take about 1.5 minutes, but this is something that we can show them and show them with a laser pointer on a projector that will really show them how to, or how they're taking angles currently, or some of them are doing a great job with it, but a lot of kids are not taking proper angles, and I think we could really illustrate why the angles they're taking are incorrect and correct some of that behavior. I'm just going to go ahead and play on this one. Oop, go back there. Well, it's not letting me go back, but essentially on that last slide, he lines up a runner here at the baseline, and then the runner's running throughout the video. And then it shows a guy here, a guy here, a guy here, a guy here. The first guy runs a little line, the second guy runs a deeper angle, third guy deeper angle, third guy deeper angle. So on that slide, if we were to play it and we had a laser pointer, we'd show how sometimes this guy here, when we got an opponent running up this way, sometimes this guy here comes at this angle and then curls up instead of doing this. You know, and that's not all players, that's some, but we should really show them, say, hey, you guys are all doing this curved angle pursuit thing instead of coming at a tight angle. So this slide, moving on from that, this slide is just one of our base plays from our base playbook. 43 dive, 28 sweep. The 4 is diving into the 3 gap. We can explain the concept again because I still think that some of them don't get it. This is the faker. This is the guy that's actually running the ball. So the 2 back, again, they should all know this now, goes to the 8 hole. That's just his basic play. So we show the 2 is going this way. That means that the ball is going to your side and you're the guard, you're pulling. And then these guys are down blocking from there, right? So that's that. And then the next slide, it's essentially the same play, just flipped. So this does a good job of easily illustrating how they're essentially the same play, they're just going a different direction. So now that the ball's going this way, the guard's pulling this way, that's something we can explain and show them once again. So now we're just flipping the who's faking and who's actually getting the ball. So seeing this, it's the same words, they're just in a different order. I think this will help the kids understand how we can give a lot of the very same look, but it ends up in a different ball carrier or a different action being taken. And next slide, we went from 37 sweep, 44 dive. Well, now we have 37 sweep, 44 dive, waggle. Essentially the same play, we're just adding the waggle on there. I don't think a lot of the kids, especially on the JV team who are newer, understand this concept yet. They haven't really been able to see the play. We've tried to run it in the in practices and whatnot, but they really need some help on it, I think. So I think this will allow them to say, hey, everybody do the same thing, except on this, instead of the 4 backer getting that ball, the 4, he's going to fake a handoff and go out for a pass, and the quarterback's not handing it off to him, not handing it off to him. The quarterback's just rolling out for a little bootleg pass. And last slide, and we can add more here, but same play again, except for instead of 37 sweep, 44 dive, it's not a waggle, it's a QB keeper. So illustrate this again. Fake on the 3, 4 fakes, QB runs, but instead of this time on the keep, these guys are blocking and not going out for passes, and the QB's running it. So I think going through all those plays that are basically all the same names and showing them how they can all be different depending on how they're arranged or what the last words are is kind of important to show these guys, because I think some of them still don't get it. And yeah, so that's it. I just threw these together in about an hour and a half last night just to kind of illustrate the concept of what I was thinking of. Maybe we want to have a chalk talk with a projector. We can start videos, pause videos, use laser pointers to answer questions and all that. Also, we can format these videos just like this. I can take a set of plays and just do a few plays, and we can explain them. We can dub over like I'm doing right now, using this little laser pointer function that it has on here. If we have a new play, we can say, all right, this left guard on this play is blocking this guy, yada yada, and explain how we do it here. So yeah, it's very easy for me to do. I have most of these templates kind of saved, so it's just really a matter of me dragging different things around to make it look a little different, or screenshotting and putting a new play up and just writing the name of the play. So it's something I can very easily do, something we can make into videos to share with the kids, or something we can share just on a chalk talk in front of a projector. But yeah, let me know what you think, and if it's worth doing, we can do it. We can add it and add anything important, any videos. If it's not something you think that it's worth doing, we can scrap it. But either way, hopefully we can figure out how to get these kids all on the same page here.